So how do you deal with haters? You're online, you're putting out content, and you finally get that viral moment. But with that viral moment, here comes the haters. Well, this week on Motivation and Confidence, we're going to tell you how to deal with haters. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Motivation and Confidence, and I am Tom Danger. So I have a story to share with you. Recently, I made a post on Instagram that's considered to be a remix. Now, for those of you who don't know, a remix is the equivalent of a duet on TikTok. Truth be told, Instagram has just taken a lot of the features that TikTok has and is implementing it on their platform because it seems to be the most trendy thing. And whatever platform we're on, and it holds our attention just for a little bit longer, this is what the social media platforms will give us as far as tools to use. So in this remix, there was a post of a guy called Promo God, shout out to Promo God, who was talking about using a Facebook pixel inside of your link tree to track the people that interact with your page so that you can retarget ads to those particular people. And in the remix, I'm standing beside him, and as he's speaking, I'm nodding, I'm making hand gestures. This makes sense, it doesn't make sense. Giving nonverbal cues as to confirming, agreeing, or disagreeing with what he's saying. That was my remix to the post that he created. Now, for those of you who know, I'm an artist also, so I wanted to share this with other artists as well. Maybe they knew about this, maybe they didn't. I've been running Facebook ads now for about 3 years. And there's always ways in which you can hone your skills or learn new things as far as ads are concerned, or just how to target your audience online. And this particular feature spoke to how you could go about doing that. So I did a remix. I put it out. A couple of days passed. It did $2 or $3 grand. A couple more days passed. It hit, I think, like 10,000 posts. Now, then it just went quiet for a couple of days. And about 5 days later, it jumped up to 79,000. Now, to me, 79,000 on one post is the highest number that I had ever seen. So I was like, wow, this is interesting. So at 79,000, I see that close to 35 people had made comments. And in a lot of the comments that were there, it was basically people who are adding other people to look at this post because they feel as if it is something of value, or at least check this out. I don't know whether or not this is BS or not, but maybe this is a strategy that we can implement. So a lot of people were tagging other people so that they could see the post. Okay, that was in that first 35 or so comments. But then within it, it was someone who said, look at this guy. He's just standing there with his thumb up his ass. He must be stealing. This is why this platform is hella cringy, just like TikTok, because of people like him. Now, at first I read that. I said, whoa, like, theft, that's a strong word. How am I stealing content if in the description it is giving credit to the original creator, who's Promo God? So I'm not stealing anything, you know. Then there's other people. This guy adds no value whatsoever. He's just standing there to the side nodding, right? And you get the idea. So comments like that started to snowball throughout the post, okay? Needless to say, as the negative comments came in, the views went up. 79,000, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000. Now, the original post from Promo God had only did about 300,000 views. When I did the remix, again, it reached 1 million. And a couple of things happen on your profile when you get those viral moments. One thing that I noticed is that IG caps likes at 100. So there were times when I would log into the profile and you could only see 100 likes at a time. What I also noticed is that you get an influx of followers, in which I expect for that count to, may or may not, but I expect for it to drop some. I think my count went up by a few thousand by that particular post. And then with so many comments that started to hit that particular post, it was hard to find the comments from my day ones who were leaving comments on my other content as far as what they were saying, because now it's being pushed down because this one viral piece of content has now dominated the page. Now, again, talking about haters, and here's something that Gary Vee talks about a lot. In life, in general, we should be neutral to positive or negative comments. Because if you get so high from the positive comments or the numbers, you don't know how to deal with the low numbers and the negative comments. And when you hit certain moments, that high can take control of you. Before you know it, it's like a drug. You're saying to yourself, how can I reach that moment again? What do I need to do to reach that number? And then you're trying to recreate those moments. And those moments can't be recreated. It's not the algorithm. It is the people. It's the people that find interest in the content. It's the people, and let me know if you're one of these type of people. It's the people that look at certain posts, and when they see that it has a lot of views, first thing you do is go to the comments. Now, you don't go to the comments to see the nice comments. You go to the comments to see who's saying the most reckless thing about the people who are in that post, so that then you could click on their page and see like what they're about. But a lot of the people who left negative comments, when I went to their pages, they were private. And if they weren't private, they didn't have that many followers. Some of them didn't have any followers. A lot of them didn't even have that much content posted. And the people who left negative comments were the ones calling the content that was delivered to help them or to help you negative and bullshit and BS. But you took the time out to look at the video, in which it's only about a minute, or the post. You then took the time to go to my profile and look at how many followers I have to include that number in your post to say something negative. Now, again, when it comes to the positive or the negative, what I found is that it's best to remain neutral. If a person gives you a compliment and you like to say thank you, well, be it. Say thank you. It's not that you don't want to get in the habit of chasing that high. You don't want to chase it, okay? Same thing. When a person says something negative, you don't engage it, because the truth is what they want you to engage with them to create interaction. And the exact negativity that they thought would have the opposite effect on the post, to where people would think it was bullshit, it didn't. It had the reverse, because more people started looking at it and more people started interacting with it. Now, whether or not the trick or hack or strategy works at this point is irrelevant. As anything else, when you find something online, do a fact check. When you're looking at the people who's presenting the information, check the credibility of that source. There's a simple thing that you can do, which is called a social media page audit, right? You can go through a person's page and see if the content is consistent with what they're talking about. You can look at the ratio of views to comments to identify whether or not there's bots or actual people. And then you can also look at what people are actually saying in the comments. Because if people are saying in the comments that this person pretty much is full of shit and they're a thief and they're doing so forth and so on, now you understand the validity of the person. On the flip side, if a person has their page private and they're leaving something negative to say on another person's page, and that person is giving out information that can help other people, well, that says something about the individual that's leaving the negative comments. Okay? Now, I'm curious to know whether or not you have experienced any online hate or negativity online, and how did you go about dealing with it? I would love to hear about it. You can hit us up in the comments. If you don't hit us in the comments, you could always go to the website, tomdanger.com, TOMDANGER, and go to the contact page and send us a quick note. And as always, we appreciate you for checking us out. This is Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best.